Hi guys, welcome to the channel, and in this series we will learn how we can create our own AI application. So the purpose of this series is to learn how to use HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So this is a beginner level series where we can learn how to build your own AI application starting from scratch. So if you do not have any prior knowledge of HTML, CSS or JavaScript, this one is for you. You can start building with me. So let me demo you the app I built. So first of all, we got the background and a box in the middle where we got the headline, and we're gonna click here and create a quote. So once we hit the generate button, it will give you a quote saying you have amazing potential in tech. You are a brilliant creative mind and your ideas can change the future. So these are the commands we have given to the app, and this is showing us on click. So in this one we will learn how JavaScript can pick and choose the sentence we want to display on screen. So let's see how we can achieve this. I have created a basic folder structure. So in this one, I have created a folder and added a couple of files here called index.html, style.css, and script.js. This should not be the folder. This should be a file, script.js. So in script.js, we will keep the all the JavaScript folders. So first of all, if we press the exclamation mark on our app, we can say that so this is our app. So our app name is AI generator. I'm going to copy that and go in there and say here this will be our title. So in the body we're not going to have that much. So the first of all, we need to link the style and the JavaScript to our main HTML. So we're gonna link style.css, and we need the script file as well. Source will be script.js. So in the body we just need to add a couple of things, not many. So first will be our title, and title will be AI complement generator. And after that I'm gonna add one h1 which will say click below for our complement. Which is basically this sentence here. And then we need to add a button as well. So then there will be a button will say or generator or generate anything. So once we will click the button, this will generate the file. So this one, let me open that and see what we can see on our screen. So you just need to right click on the index.html and open with live server. If you don't have live server, you can always go into the apps and search here live server. So once you'll see this, you can install it. I have already installed it, so I don't need to do that. So in the style, if you are not familiar, we can create another series for the style, but I'm not going to spend time here on the styles. So I'm going to copy from my other file and paste in there. So this is the body, just to give you a background. Margin 0, height 100, viewport height, VH, display flex, justify center, align center and background gradient, and the font family will be Arial for simple. And then will be card in the middle here. So the card will be background RGB, padding, color, text align center, width, and then button will be these are the settings for the button. So in this case, we can see the button and text is not aligned. So the problem is we haven't used the classes in the title and the h1. So h1, we're going to give it an ID, and that will be output. So the output is basically where we can catch in script, in JavaScript, and we can manipulate it and create it another way. So all we're gonna put that, because in our original app, this is everything in a div, in a separate, its own rectangle. So for this one, we're gonna do the same. We're gonna create a new div and give a class of card. So this will cover everything. So now this card will be reflected on this one. Format document. So now you can see this is our new one, this is old one, and this is new. So the title is not coming. So basically we can say that as a p tag. And now it's showing, should be a title tag, it should be a p tag. Or you can go even bigger a little and say h504. So this will be a bit more visible. CUMP complement generator. Okay, so this button is not doing anything for now, but we need to add some functionality to it. So we'll go straight into the JavaScript, and we're going to create a quote. Basically, we want to display here. So all we're going to do is, let me put that on the side. So this h1, we're going to pick it up and change according to the suggestion we're going to give it to any app. So all AI, how it works, so basically it's a pre-coded software which is giving you option from picking up from, you know, the data they have given, or it's searching on the internet and picking up best option for you. But in this case, since it's a very basic and first app, we're going to give few commands to AI and say generate quotes from the one we're going to give it. So first thing, we call it const complements, and this will be an array, and in array you can have like 4 or 5 different options. I'm gonna copy and paste them from my other file. So these are the commands. We're gonna get them, pick them up, and display them on the dashboard here. Okay, so we got all the commands in, and then we need to get hold of the button, and we need to get hold of the output, which is this one. So what we're gonna do, const btn equal document dot query selector. Because we haven't given any class or any ID, so that's why we're gonna do that query selector. So with query selector we can do we can catch HTML tags directly. Then output will be equal to document dot get element by ID, because we have given an ID, so this will be output. So now only 2 more line of code we need to add, and hopefully this will be working. So what we need to do is to on the button we need to add an event listener, and event listener will be our click. So once we'll click, it will perform a function. So function will be that's everything. Okay, so const random. So first of all, random mean it will pick up any of these, so it's not going with the sequence, it's gonna go randomly and pick up any and display on to display the this is something coming automatically. So math dot flow, and then math dot random, and this gonna go through compliments dot length. So how many number of lines we have in that is gonna go through all of these. So it's not gonna go below or above. If we're not giving this length property, this will break because it's gonna go crazy and keep finding out more and more. So when it's gonna go past 5, it's gonna, you know, break the app. So that's why we are just limiting it to the length of our array. So that's why this is very, very important. So whatever we random pick up from here, we need to display in the H1, which is here. So we're gonna go the output we picked up here. So all we need to do is now output dot text content equal compliments, which is this one, and this is an array. So array will be empty for now, but we need to give something in it, which array we want, like 0 will be the first one. So let's see if it's doing something on click. See, but it's not doing anything. It's picking up the first one. So if we need to pick up 2, it's gonna go 1. So this way you learn faster than you think. So if I click now, they say you learn faster than you think, but all we need is to pick them up randomly. We don't want to go with the sequence. So we have created this formula here up. So all we need to do is copy this and paste in here random. So now once we're going to click the button, it's going to click and it's going to run this random. So go and pick up any random quote from here and display in here. So let's see if it's working. I'm going to go back, refresh it, click for a compliment. So we will click and then click. You will build a big thing. So then click again. So you have amazing potential. Your ideas can change the future. So this is working perfectly fine. So that's your first app. Congratulations if you followed along. And if you have any question, just give me a shout. Or you can find this code on the GitHub library. I can put that in the description. So thank you so much. This is first video of series of 5. So I'm going to create the next video and hope you will enjoy. Thank you. See you next video. So in this video, we're going to see how AI can analyze our mood. So we're going to put anything in the input. Happy, tired, anything, and AI will tell us how we're feeling. So the purpose of this video is to understand JavaScript, how we can pick up anything from input data and we can analyze it and use it and display that in the wherever you want to display it. So let's see if I say I'm tired. So the AI will say AI recommend rest and little recharge time. So happy, positive and full of energy. So here you can put anything and this will give you a bit of suggestion what you need to do. To achieve this, we're going to use HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So this is a second video of the AI series where we are learning from very basic AI. How we can create our AI agents, and also we can learn HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So if you are a beginner, just stick to this series, and at the end of this series we will have 5 different projects where we will have good command on the basic and mid-level concepts of JavaScript, and then you can start building your own you know, the apps if you want to. But let's start with this video. So first of all, we can put like Amit abbreviation and we can say exclamation mark, and this one is AI Mood Detector. So again we need to link styles, and also we need source file script where we're gonna script JavaScript to HTML so we can see that. So for now we don't have anything, and well, first we're gonna do HTML, and for HTML we're gonna have div called container, which will keep everything in it. So which container I'm talking about? This one. So where will be everything in the middle. And then we're gonna have another container called card. So we're gonna give a class name card, and there will be a p tag where we're gonna say AI Mood Detector, basically as the title we said above. And then there will be h2 how are you feeling today. So this one is simple text. Let me run that in the live server. So AI Mood Detector, how you feeling today. And then there will be in our example we can say there is an input and a button. So we're gonna say input, and type will be text. We're gonna give an ID as well. An ID will be mood input, and then placeholder we're gonna put type happy, sad, tired, etc. That will be our input. We don't need to do anything for now with the input. You can see that we can type anything in there. That's fine. So the next will be our button, where we're going to use button tag, and in the button this will be analyze mood. And we need to give one ID detect button. So then we're gonna split that with another div. So there will be, we're gonna give an ID of result, and the result we're gonna say a span. Span will have a class of emoji, and emoji we're gonna add how to do that. So in span I'm gonna copy that. There's emoji in there. So this will show us here. We can style it in a minute. And then we're gonna have another h1 where we'll say AI is waiting to analyze your mood. So this will be our basically result, where we're gonna see that how we are feeling, and here we're gonna have mood. So HTML we are done, but we need to style it to look like futuristic and AI style. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna give you a link to this CSS file, and you can simply copy and paste in here. So this will basically change the background, and you can see it's feeling the same. So it will style everything in here. So let me explain it to you. The body, and this one is global. So container will be 100% width and 450 pixel of height. And this is the card in the middle. h1 p tag input and button hover, so result will be an emoji will be blocked. So if your button hover that will slightly lift up. So nothing very crazy, it's just very simple. If you know that very basic, you can do that. If not, then I can help you build that CSS from scratch. So we're going to jump into the JavaScript straight away because we're not going to waste time on our style. So this will be a very long video, while this is very short series for to show how the basically AI concepts work. And this one is more focused on JavaScript because HTML and CSS you can learn anytime. It's very simple, but you need to get good hold of JavaScript. So to start on the JavaScript, what we're going to do is basically we need to pick up three things: mood input and detect button and result. So what is mood input? We give this input to, I'm going to copy that and say const mood input equals document dot get element by ID, and ID will be, as I have copied before, mode input. And then we're going to pick up detect button const document dot get element by ID, and that will be detect button. I'm copy and pasting to avoid any typo or spelling error. And then third thing will be const result and that will be ID result. So then detect button, once we're gonna detect button is this one. Once we're gonna click it, it's gonna we need to basically add an event listener. So event listener is basically a command which will tell button what to and how to behave. So once we're gonna click, this will run a function. So in this function, first of all, as it stands, I'm gonna say const mood equal mood input dot value, so whatever we type in the input, to lowercase, and then we're gonna add trim as well. So what these two will do, this one convert everything whatever we type in, like lowercase or uppercase, this will convert to lowercase, and the trim will cut any spaces before and after, is there any. So this one is always a safe start. So first of all, let emoji, we can say by default this one, and let message you can say AI is still learning your mode. And then we're going to use if and else statement. So if mood mean the input, if input, like we type anything, let's say happy, so how this will behave. So if mood dot includes the word happy, or mood dot includes word excited, what we need to show. So emoji will be happy face. And then message will be AI says you are feeling positive and full of energy. So we're going to keep building this if and else statement. So let me copy this all of the code from here, because this is very straightforward. Else if mood.include sad, you need to show this. If tired, you need to show this. If angry, show this. If stressed, show this. So this one is if and else statement. It's conditional formatting, like if this one is happy, you show this. So that's fine. That's, you can keep going as many as you want, but the most important thing is to show the result, which is currently showing that AI is analyzing your mood. So pick this up from there, from pick the word from here, and then analyze, and then show the message in here. So how we're gonna do that is very simple. So result, which we picked up here, which is this one. And let me fix this. So result dot inner HTML. So whenever there is an inner HTML, we're gonna go backticks. So in the backticks, we're gonna say, we're gonna change the span. And in the span, there will be, I'm gonna give a class as well, because JavaScript not gonna pick up any class from HTML. So emoji, we have done this class here. I'm gonna give a class as well, and emoji will be a $ plus open and curly braces. So the emoji will be emoji simply. So whatever emoji is here, this will be put in here, and then will be h1, and this one is h1, don't need any style. So $, then again open and curly braces, and this one will show the message, and that's it. So now this is the time to test our app. So we're gonna say I'm happy, analyze mode is not working. So let's see, all is working. Yeah, old one is working, this is new, and it's not working, mean we have done something not right. So mode input, this one is mode input placeholder, that's fine. Mode input, oh yeah, this one will be value. So mode input dot value to lowercase, and now refresh it and say happy, and see this is working now. Tired, and this one is, so basically we have given suggestion to the app, and app is picking up for us. So that's how you can, you know, pick up text from the input, and you can manipulate it and play around and display on other section of the website. So this is a very, very important topic. Hope you like it, and I'll see you in the next video. Video of AI series where you can pick up anything and display results here under. So let's say it's a start study planner where you can ask the AI robot that, okay, I'm going to start studying English, and create a study plan, and then the AI bot will create a study plan for you for 20-minute reading, 10 minutes new words, and write summary and revise grammar. Let's say if I say for math, we can say 30-minute practice, 10-minute break, 15-minute revision, and quick quiz. So say coding. So this will give you basically a study plan for each and every topic. So let's start this building and see how we can achieve this one. So this one is a third level of JavaScript where we are slightly going deeper and deeper and higher and higher. So first of all, I need to add the HTML. What I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this and document title, link style, and then link script.js. So nothing in there at the moment. All we're going to build from scratch so we can follow along. First of all, index.html, all we need is container, and in this container we need card, a div with the class name of card, and in this card will be h1, which will say smart study planner AI, or we can take this AI to the beginning, even in title, and then P will be what subject study today. So basically these two words. Let me open this with the live server so we can see if anything is happening. So yeah, we got h1 and the sub p dot copy, and after that we need an input. Let me see. So yeah, input and button next. So the input will be text, and we need to give an ID to subject input, so we can pick up, in JavaScript, and we need to add a placeholder try math, coding, English, etc. Then we need a button here. So the button will be called as generate study plan, and we're gonna say button ID will be plan btn, and then we need another div basically for the results. So div will be ID, we need to give it result, and within this ID we can have a span, and span class we can give emoji, and emoji we can add anything, book, so I'm adding these books, it must be in there, yep. And then p tag your study plan will appear here. Yeah, so let's go there. We got everything what we need. So now what we need to do is to style it. So for styling, I'm giving you files I have created in the links below. You can just copy and paste in there, and it's simple and straightforward with the background and the card and all those settings for the input and the button and everything. So this one looking so nice and clean and neater. So forget about styling because it's gonna take for long. So this series is basically for JavaScript and AI. Okay, so now let's straight jump into JavaScript. So I'm going to keep that on the right hand side and index.html on the left. Okay, so first thing first, all we need to do is to pick up all those inputs, buttons and span so we can play around in the JavaScript. So first const subject input document.getElement by ID, and ID is subject input, and then will be plan button. So const button equals generate study plan. Oh, my bad, sorry. It will be document dot get element by ID, and ID is subject input. And the last one we need is results, so where we can see our results equal document dot get element by ID, and what is the ID is we have given is result. So now we got all st const. So we know now we got all three of them where we need to pick up this one, generate and display. So the first thing first, we need an array of the commands, which I'm going to copy from my previous file here and copy in there. You can do that as well. It's just an array. There is nothing technical you need to worry about. So let's save that. So basically we have done different emojis, and for different class we have given different reasons and pattern we can follow. So first of all, we're gonna plan that button, add an event listener. So event listener will be, of course, click. Once you click it, it's gonna run a function. So the function will be, first thing first will be subject. So whether it's math, coding, English, science, or anything. So we need to pick up subject. Like we did in the previous one, we picked up, what we picked up is here, mood. So in the same way, we're gonna do now, we're gonna pick up the subject, and then we can obviously show the emoji and plan. So subject will be subject input, which is that one there, dot value dot dot to lowercase dot trim. So this is basically to avoid making it like lowercase or uppercase. So if anything, typing lowercase, uppercase, this one will convert automatically to lowercase and match our coding name. So then let emoji will be, I can say, if you press Command, Control and Spacebar on Mac, you can open this window and we can say bot. So this one is in there, and then let message equal, we're gonna say a placeholder text I'm gonna copy from here, rather I'm typing and making mistakes. AI message will be here, so this one will be shown as default, but we can pick this up and manipulate it as we want to. So again, if study plan equal subject, so this study plans is equal and any of those subject is matching, what we need to do is emoji equal study plans, select the subject and then dot emoji. So whatever is the subject, show the related emoji in there. And same way, message, what we're gonna do is say that study plans, basically what we can do is we can copy and paste in here, and emoji, if you press Command D, this will select, and all we can do is type message. So this one we have done. Now what we need to do is to show this input result.inner HTML, and when we use inner HTML we need to use the backticks, and in the backticks what we're going to do, we're going to span and add a class as well, and class will be emoji, and span you can again $, closing, opening and closing bracket, and emoji, and then again p tag would do. So the p tag will be $, opening and closing message in the middle. So that's hopefully will work. Let's see coding. It's not working. So it's plan button subject input. Yeah, plan button should be plan button ID, not subject input. So now hopefully this will work. Yeah, so it's not showing anything. Plan buttons, study plans, subject. So we figure out the error and we didn't put this one closing quote marks in here. So if you add that, hopefully this will work fine. If you add that English, it will give you anything, and coding, let's say. And that's our study plan. And thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. Guys, thanks for joining me again for the series of fourth video, fourth project of the series AI. So in this one, we're going to create AI name generator, where we're going to pick up a field or YouTube channel or personal brand, anything, and we click on generate name, and it's going to give us a few options. So you can still select, and if you didn't like it, you can change it. Creative Pulse, Digital Rise, or let's say YouTube channel. Here I can code with Alex, Web Wizard, etc. So you got the idea of how to give options in the before we've been doing the input, but now we're giving option. And then picking up these options, based on that we are generating names. So this is really good topic for JavaScript learner. Let's see how we can achieve this. So let's start with the index.html and script and style. So I have created that before. I just created a name, added a title, and then just link the script file to the HTML. So in this one, again, it's going to be very basic HTML. So first of all, we need one container. where we need to put everything in, and then there will be a background as well. So then again we're gonna take another container for card. So it will have h1 AI name generator, and then we can add p tag, and we can say that, okay, I'm gonna copy and paste to choose a category and let AI create a name for you. And then we need to give them option, because before we've been giving input where you can type a name, but this time around we're giving option. So the tag will be select, and we're gonna give ID as well. So ID, we're gonna say the category. And in select, we of course we need to give options so that people can pick and choose the option they want. So first will be a startup, and we're gonna name it tech startup, and then I'm gonna copy that 1 2 3 4 times. So that will be YouTube, and will be YouTube's channel, and then will be app, and this will be mobile app. It will be personal brand, and this will be brand. So we have given 4 options to pick and choose, and then of course we need a button, and button will be generate name, and we can give an ID, generate button. So this is what we've been doing. Let me see that with the open server how it is looking at the moment. So this is how it is looking with 4 different apps, and that's how it will look after CSS styling. So we got few options here and a button as well. So now we need another section for the results. For results, we need another div with the ID of result. So here we're gonna add a span will have a class name of emoji. So emoji, I'm gonna add bot, and then I'm gonna add a p tag where we're gonna say your AI generated name will appear here. So this is pretty much everything we need from HTML perspective, but we're gonna style that. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pick up style from my previous file, which you can find in the link below in the repository. So you just need to copy and paste in there. You don't spend time on styling it, because the core purpose is to learn HTML and JavaScript to build AI apps. So now if we go in there, and we can see that that's exactly how it was in the example, and this one you can see that generate name, but it's not working at the moment. Of course we need to work on the JavaScript. So for the JavaScript, what we need to do is we need to pick up all the handles so we can work it around. We're gonna add the array from our file so we can quickly give a few name suggestions. First of all, we're gonna say that generate button. So when we click on the generate button, add event listener, and event listener will be click. Once it is clicked, I want to run this function which will const selected category dot value. So this one will be equal. So what value it is? Value is here, which we gave this. Because we have picked up all the category, anything under this ID, this select tag, we have picked up with the category ID. So all the values are here. We're gonna pick up and add here. So then const list equal names. So names will come from this array of the names suggestion which we have given. So const list names, and names will be selected. So whatever value we have picked up from here. So now we need to make it random. Random name equal list math dot flow and math dot random, and we're going to multiply that with the list dot length. So this is the list, and how many options are there, this will run through everything and give you an option. And then what we need to do is just to show those results. So it's simple result dot inner HTML, and of course backticks here because we are updating the HTML. So here we need these two options. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy them and paste in here. But for this emoji, we don't need it here. What we need to do is to make it interactive, we're going to add $ and open and close curly braces. Same for the tag P. $sign and close and opening curly braces. So here will be we can say emoji. In this one we don't have that, so it's not going to be interactive, so this will be a fixed one. So what we can do is we can add some rocket here, and then for the P tag that will be random name. So random name in this name which have been selected from this one. So that's it, that's everything we need. And let's see if we have any result to show. Let me refresh that. So we picked up YouTube. Well, it's not working. Personal brand, it's not working. So let me see where things are wrong. So this one is math dot flow. Okay, see, this one is working now. Mobile app, but it's undefined. So random name. So we got here spelling wrong, GTH length. So now hopefully this will work. Yeah, so it's giving me names, so you can say that next gen coding, mobile app, quick fix, quick track. So that's your AI name generator. So this is our last video for the series. So this one is AI career recommendation, where a person can click on the career here, coding or whatever, and then the AI can give them a suggestion, okay, what you need to do. We're helping people. There is teacher, nurse, therapist, business minder, you can do entrepreneur, science and research will be data science, research engineer, lab analyst, creative, choose one. So let's see what we can do with this one. Again, I have done my basic homework, HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So created 3 files, linked them together, and then now let's start building this HTML. To start with, we need one container, as we always been doing, and then one card container. So in the card there will be h1, and h1 will be AI career recommender here, and then a p tag which will say what best describes you. And then we are giving them few select options so they can pick and choose where they want from. So we need ID. Yes, we need an ID. We're gonna give career type, and then of course we need to give them options. So the value will be creative first, and I'm gonna copy and paste these options to make it faster. So we got few here. So choose one. Of course we want it not to be selected, so that's why we left the value of empty. And then we need a button here, and ID will be recommend button, and here we can say find career. And then after that we need another div with the ID of result. Result, we are keeping span and a p tag. So span will be having a class of emoji, and for now I can just add about, and then a p tag will have your AI recommendation appear here. Fine. So that's it for the HTML. Let's see how it is looking for now. I think we got everything what we need, but we need to style it to look like this. And for that purpose, I'm going to use my previous style sheet. So I'm going to just copy and paste in there to avoid the lengthy video for no reason. And you can always learn HTML, or you can use any library for HTML. That's not a big issue. The problem is you need to make progress in the JavaScript. So for JavaScript, what we're going to do, we need to pick up first of all career type, which is this one, and then we need a button, and then results. So for all those three things, we're gonna say const career type equal document dot get element by ID, and ID will be career type. So I'm gonna copy that 2 more times, and that will be recommend btn. I'm gonna copy and paste in there, and then result, and then result. So again, we need few suggestions. So here we have suggestion taken from an array I have created earlier. I'm gonna paste in there. You can do the same. You don't need to type it because that's just a suggestion of array, and we know how array works, so we can pick and choose things we need from an array. So then again, we need a recommend button here, and we're gonna add an event listener, and event listener will be click, and once it's clicked, I want to run a function. First of all, we need to see that what is selected. So let's say selected equal career type dot value. So what was the career type here? And we are taking this career type and picking up the value. So once we have done that, we got hold of it. So we're gonna say if it's not selected, then I want to show something which will be same as this one. A span class of emoji. I'm gonna copy in here. So let's copy this whole thing and paste in there. Sorry, we need to do that result dot inner HTML and then backticks, and then now we can paste that what we copied before, and here we can add something, you know, let's say we can't find anything or anything. I was thinking so. Okay, let's say this emoji, and for p tag we can say this, where this come from. PP, we don't need it. So we can say please choose an option first. Okay, so that's done, and then I just want to completely break it, return it, and if that condition is matched, so we can say match equal career selected, and then result. I'm gonna copy this again, this whole thing, and paste in here. Yeah, so emoji will be, because this is interactive, and that will be match match dot emoji. So if it's a match, then emoji pick up from there. And then for the p tag we can say $, open and closing bracket, and say match dot a recommendation. So whatever is the recommendation. That's it. That's all you need for this one. So let's see if it's working. Creative, see that it's working fine. Business. So that's it. That's your course for the AI. Congratulations, you have completed 5 mini projects for JavaScript. And now the next series we're gonna bring something actual, not from the array. We are giving actual data from API. So stay tuned. I'll see you in next video. Thank you.